Good morning, everybody. Orange A here with another Sword of Convallaria video, and today I'm going to tell you how skill trees in Sword of Convallaria are different than they are in other gacha games. I'm going to do a skill tree guide so you don't ruin a character in your game by making poor decisions. Now, before we get into this guide, I am a little bit sick. My throat is swollen. My sinuses are clogged. I'm going to voice crack a few times. Just make fun of me. I'm going to make fun of myself. Just make fun of me and move on, because this is a big video. It's an important video is what I'm trying to say. Let's learn about skill trees. Okay, I'm going to use Mytha as my example here. And in this video, I'm going to show you the two most important choices you make with Mytha to make her the best tank possible. The other choices that you make don't have as much impact, but will impact the way you play the character, the way you position her. So you need to be thinking the whole time when you're building a character's skill tree, how do I want to use this unit? And then make choices that align with that. What I mean when I say making choices, I'm going to go ahead and go into the skill tree here and tell you the big difference between this game and other games. In other games, your Genshin Impacts, Honkai Star Rail, Zenless Zone Zero, War of the Visions, whatever other game you're playing, you can basically farm out this whole tree. And eventually you just come in here, you click every single one of these, and you have a completely built character. That is not how it works in Sword of Convallaria. You have important choices to make. For example, at your first breakpoint here, rank 1, which is level 5, you have to choose between guard the skill or co-defense the skill. If you choose guard, it locks co-defense out and you no longer have access to it. Caveat here, small caveat, well, big caveat, but whatever, caveat. There is this material in the game, Castalia. Now, it's a very rare material, especially for us close to release. So if you use this at all early in the game, you're going to be focusing it on like your main carry, like a character that you're like, oh man, I really need both of the rank 3 skills for this character because they're like my main unit and I want them both. Then you'll use this. But for most of your characters, especially your like supporting characters, your tank characters like Mytha, you're not going to be using it here. So if you choose guard over co-defense, you are living in a world where your Mytha has guard and not co-defense maybe ever. So that's where the important decision making comes in. Okay, now let's do the full step-by-step guide here. At rank 1, which, hold on, I'm gonna take a drink because there goes my voice. I'm out of water. Oh no, we'll just roll it. Okay, at rank 1, which is breakpoint level 5, you will need to have farmed 1 bronze defender medal. No problem there. The game literally tells you where to farm them. Don't worry about that. That's a good use of your energy. Get level 5, it costs 100 gold, and you get a stat increase. Now, at every rank, at every breakpoint, which is every 5 levels, you will receive a stat increase. The stat increase for Mytha is the same for the first 4. Ranks 5 and 6 give the same stat increase. 7 and 8 give the same. 9, 10 give the same. And then 11 and 12 both give a ton. So you get a lot of very valuable stats from each breakpoint that you hit. Then you have to make your choices. So for rank 1, you could choose guard, which allows Mytha to switch places with a character that's within 2 tiles of her that's about to take a physical attack, or you can get her more defense for the allies that she has grouped up with her. This is not one of those make or break skill choices in my opinion. Both of these are fine, and if you have a Mytha that is like hanging around other units and you want her to take more attacks, take guard. If you want her to have more defense, take co-defense. Personally for me, I like co-defense, and I'll tell you why later. That comes later in the guide. So there you go. Another thing to note about these, what we've looked at so far are skills, right? Skills, you equip skills in the last 3 slots on this equip skills bar. Here you can see she has leg slam. She comes with leg slam. It's her knockback. You use that thing in the tutorial, but she has room to equip 2 more. So you can equip a maximum of 3 skills, and you can swap them whenever you want. You also have a reaction ability that you equip here in slot 2, and you have 2 of those to choose from in here, but you can only choose 1. And you have a basic attack in slot 1. You can choose 1 more out of 2. So I'll show you that next. Let's go show you, because I think those are the 2, for most characters, those are some of your most important breakpoints. Okay, so rank 9. Rank 9 is going to give you access to a basic attack alternative, something you can choose instead of just your basic attack. For Mytha, you could choose penetrating attack, which deals 100% physical damage and inflicts a physical and magical debuff on the target for 2 turns, or you could take powerful attack, which is 110% damage. This is actually, for Mytha, one of the most important choices you can make. I actually think powerful attack sucks. Like, it does more damage. Whoop-de-doo. If we just go look, like, her basic attack is a 100% damage mod attack with range 1. Okay, if you take just the, like, powerful attack, you gain what? A 10% mod on that? Like, that's a terrible choice. Instead, you absolutely should take penetrating attack. It has the same range, deals the same percent value physical damage as her normal attack, but it debuffs the enemy. This gives her some utility outside of her tanking and her knockbacks that she can do for your team. This is one of those choices where I think you could, like, ruin, air quotes, your Mytha. Like, don't leave her without this debuff. I think that's just a big deal. Okay, so as you climb through your tree, rank 9 on your characters is where you're going to get access to that. You also will have access to a reaction ability. That's going to be rank 5. Now, your character does not come with a reaction ability by default, or at least Mytha doesn't. So at rank 5, you get to choose between endurance activation and block counter. So endurance activation, when healed, gain damage reduction 2. This effect lasts for 2 turns. Keep in mind, Mytha can heal herself all the time, so you can basically have damage reduction 2 working for you a lot, or you can have block counter and receiving a melee attack from the front or side. There is a 100% chance to trigger block. This leads into a counter attack, dealing 70% physical damage to the attacker. This effect can be activated 1 per round. So do you want a 1-time per round block and counter attack, or do you want a when you're healing, you get damage reduction 2? Personally, for me, I think I like the damage reduction here. I want my Mytha to be tankier. I don't really care about her doing more damage here, counter-attacking all the time. I really like this one, but this is not one of those make or break ones. Honestly, both blocking and counter-attacking is good. Getting your damage reduction is good. Both of those are fine. Like, you're not ruining your character there. Where I think you have a chance of ruining your Mytha is rank 3. Okay, so you level up to 15. You get to rank 3. You get to choose between Mytha's charge, which looks pretty good, right? Like, this is a character, you want her getting in the enemy's face, and you want her knocking people back into explosive barrels and stuff like that. And this does that. She charges, deals 130% damage to an enemy, knocks them back 2 tiles. That seems good. But if you pick that, you are missing out on Come On Everybody. And I'm actually re-recording what I said because my voice cracked so bad when I was reading through. When I get excited, my voice is cracking, and my voice cracked really bad, so I'm going to re-record that part. Come On Everybody restores 20% HP and grants attack 1 and physical defense 1 to all allies within a 3-tile radius. Now, that is already pretty good and arguably as good as the charge attack, but it's the second half of this one that makes it so valuable. The character takes enemy physical attacks for all allies within a 2-tile radius for 2 turns. So this essentially is like a physical taunt. She just brings physical attacks to her for 2 turns, saving your squishy characters. Like, I think this skill right here and like her upgraded physical attack feel like core defining skills for the character. Now, at rank 11, you do have another big choice to make. You have Mytha's combo, which you've already actually seen in the tutorial of the game. Like, her, when like the, anyway, you see it in the game. I don't remember exactly what part. It does a little bit of damage, but you can also take Flawless, which is damage reduction 4, Mind's Eye, and Disrupt for 3 turns. So in my opinion, your 3 most important things to take on Mytha are Flawless over Mytha's combo, because again, it's support, it's tankiness, it's utility over damage. I'm not building my Mytha to do damage. Then you take Penetrating Attack because you want that debuff added to her kit, and you take for sure Come On Everybody, giving her that buff for her team and the taunt. Outside of that, I think you can basically pick abilities that lend the character more to your play style, how you want to play her. Just go on your own from there. So that's how skill trees work in this game. And remember, you can come in here, you pick your new basic attack, right? Let's say you pick the debuff basic attack. You come in here, you click this, and you actually can replace your slash with that new attack. This is where you equip your reaction ability in slot 2, and the other skills that you pick are all swappable in the last 3 equipped skills part. So I know my voice was kind of jacked up there. I hope you guys struggled through that with me. I hope it made sense. And don't mess up your characters. Like, plan ahead. Look at what your character does, look at what you want them to do, and make good choices, y'all. Okay, I'll probably release a lot of guides on individual characters once I dive a little bit deeper on which choices I think are most important to make, so stay tuned for those, and I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.